What's up everybody, it's TKE. Today I have a special rebuild. I did one of these already. You know, I was scrolling on my channel and I looked down and I was like, dude, I did this Giannis rebuild, right? Where I had the 5 positions in 5 years. And I haven't done one since, and that was like 2 weeks ago. I said I would bring more, so that's what we're doing today. We're gonna be doing the same thing, but with Kevin Durant this time. See if we can win 5 championships with KD playing 5 different positions. KD might not be as good at some of these positions like Giannis is, so it'll be really interesting to see if we can do that. But if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, put in the comment section below that you're entering my giveaway and you will be entered into the giveaway. For those of you who don't know, NBAstore.com, so like merchandise, everything like that, I'll be giving away a $30 gift. Like basically you tell me what you want and I'll send it to you if you win the giveaway. Other than that, let's get into the video. So I don't know what team we're going to end up being because we are doing a fantasy draft once again. So I will just be the 76ers for now. We will simulate this draft and then we'll see where Kevin Durant ends up. We'll switch to that team. We'll try and rebuild them and win 5 championships with KD at 5 different spots. So I'll catch you guys when I see the roster. So Kevin Durant got drafted by the Toronto Raptors. This is actually a really solid team. We have KD, we have D'Angelo Russell, Lauri Markkanen, Karis LeVert, Malik Beasley, Kenneth Faried. There's a lot of Timberwolves or ex-Timberwolves players on here. Like Omri Caspi played a little bit as a T-Wolf like a few years ago. Dario Saric was a T-Wolf last year. Tyus was a T-Wolf last year. Malik Beasley is right now. Karis LeVert is someone that everybody wants to be a T-Wolf in Minnesota. Lauri Markkanen was technically drafted by the Timberwolves, but traded in the Jimmy Butler trade. And D'Lo is a T-Wolf as well. And I wish Kevin Durant would be a Wolf, but obviously that's probably never going to happen. Anyways, I like this team so far, but we're gonna see what KD's overall is at all these other positions, and we'll see what we're gonna run him at. So as a point guard, he's a 91, and as a center, he's a 91. I think I'm gonna run him at center this year, and then we'll run him at point guard next year. So now we need like a small forward and a power forward. So we'll get started making some deals. We have all of our own picks. We don't have anybody else's pick. I reset the picks completely. I'll try and trade Caspi and Exum. I always seem to bring in Daniel Gafford, so we'll go with Alex Len this time. And who else should be traded? So we don't need both Malik Beasley and Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert's locked up in a contract. How much is his contract after this season? Actually, not too bad, $16 million. If I have to trade him next year, I will, but I'll probably trade Malik Beasley now because he would have to be re-signed anyways. So we'll try and trade Malik Beasley and Tyus and like this 2nd round pick. Could bring in Danilo Gallinari, have him run point guard, or not point guard, power forward for us this season, or maybe even small forward. He makes a lot of money, but it wouldn't be the worst trade in the world because he is a good player and we do need to win a championship right away. This isn't like, oh, we're winning a championship 2 years, 3 years down the line, like we need to do it now. Also toss in our 1st round pick, top 3 protected. Our pick's probably not going to be very good because I'm hoping to win a championship, so I'm okay with doing that. I'll see what Gallinari's better position is. Small forward, he's an 85. We'll run him there. We have Lauri Markkanen to run power forward. We have KD to run center. We'll go with the Jazz one. I don't know if it's a good pick or not, but we'll bring in Zubac, and we'll probably run either Zubac or Alex Len as our backup power forward, and then keep the other one as a center. So I'm going to do that now, see who we're going to switch to power forward and center. So Zubac goes up to an 82, and Len goes up to an 81. We'll go with Len as an 81 at power forward. I think I'm going to trade for Zach LaVine. I used to trade for Zach LaVine like all the time, and I haven't done it for a while, so we'll bring Zach LaVine in, another former Timberwolf. Could bring in Devontae Graham, have him play backup point guard for us. That's not a bad option. Any other good options? Not really. Okay, Devontae Graham is probably going to come to the team, and JaMychal Green as well. Let me look at the rotation, see if I think it is good enough to win us a championship. Starting lineup's pretty good. Alex Len as a power forward, not the best thing. Okay, so I know this is 2 1st round picks. Like, get me, I know that. But Hassan Whiteside and Spencer Dinwiddie both is better than just having D'Angelo Russell. So we're going to make this trade. And then let's look at the game plan. They want Durant at the power forward. I can't do that. I have to have him at the center. We'll switch Whiteside to a power forward and run him there. He goes up to a 91. We're going to trade him for maybe Torrey Craig. I also saw Andre Roberson. I'm going to do this one because Roberson, change him to a small forward. He will go up in overall, and then he should be a solid player to come off the bench for us. So his overall is an 80 now. And this is what the rotation looks like. It's what we're going to run with this year. I need to see our system. We have Nick Nurse. Balance is a pretty good system for us. And we're going to simulate this season. Hopefully we are good enough to win a championship. I'll catch you guys at the end of it or at the trade deadline if we're looking pretty bad. So I will see you guys there. So the team was really good. We ended up with 58 wins, 24 losses. James Harden did win MVP. Ja Morant won Rookie of the Year. Devontae Graham won Sixth Man. So we have an award on our team. Kawhi won Defensive Player. Luka Doncic won Most Improved. And then Taylor Jenkins won Coach of the Year. So here are the All-NBA teams. If anybody is wondering, I do not see anybody in our team on any of these. So we do end up as the 1 seed actually in the Eastern Conference. So we'll simulate going up against Miami. I don't know who's on Miami's team. They have Kemba, Donovan Mitchell, Eric Gordon, Jay Crowder, Yusuf Nurkic. Okay, we should be able to beat this team. Hopefully we can. And we go up 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, and we sweep them. We're going up against Milwaukee. This isn't a Giannis-led Milwaukee team. This is a Giannis-led Milwaukee team. Okay, so they have Darius Garland, Drew Holiday, Jonathan Isaac, Giannis, and Boogie Cousins. That's a good defensive lineup right here. These three, really solid. We'll see if we can win this one. And we got eliminated in the second round. So we'll simulate the rest of the playoffs. Kind of tough to try and win with Kevin Durant at center. The Spurs go on to win the championship, and Kyrie is the Finals MVP. Let's get into the offseason. Actually, let's look at the stats before we do that. And we'll see how everybody played. Kevin Durant averaged 23 and 6 as a center. Zach LaVine averaged 19. So pretty good stuff from the team. Let's get into the offseason. First thing I want to do, I'm going to change Kevin Durant to a point guard. And he's a 91 again. So we are projected to have the 8th pick, so let's see where that actually ends up. And it ends up as the 9th pick, so that's pretty good. I can't complain about having a pick in the top 10 when we just were the 1 seed. So here on draft night, we are trading Karis LeVert and a 2022 first round pick for Yusuf Nurkic. And then we'll get into our pick and we'll see who we can select at 9th. So here we have Deni Avdija, Isaac Okoro, Cole Anthony. I think Cole Anthony is probably the person we're going to take, because in the game he should be really solid. So we got Cole Anthony. We'll get out of the draft. We'll go to free agency, see if we have any money or if there's moves to make money. I'll check it out. So nobody makes like an enormous amount of money besides Durant, but there's a bunch of like middle tier things right here that people are making a lot of money on. And honestly, I wouldn't mind trading. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trading Dinwiddie or LaVine to see if we can get something for one of them. So we'll throw them in Trade Finder. Maybe there's a younger player on a cheaper deal that we can bring in. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is on a much cheaper contract, so we're going to make this trade. Yeah, there's a bunch of options here for draft picks. I definitely want one in this next draft. Detroit Pistons, we'll go with them. I don't know if they're good or not. We'll trade for the Pistons pick. And now let's see in free agency, do we have any money? We do have enough money for Anthony Davis. I'm going to throw him all of it, whatever he needs. You know, player option, no trade clause, offer him this contract. Okay, Anthony Davis is coming to the team. That is huge. I mean, we might lose some of the other players we had, but we are getting Anthony Davis, so that's awesome. We have bird rights on Danilo Gallinari, so we will offer him that contract. And then we'll also try and bring in, like, Myers Leonard here. He's going to want a minimum deal. Danilo and Myers Leonard do sign. Anybody else we can sign for really cheap? Langston Galloway, we'll bring him in. He might have a little bit of trade value, and he's on a cheap deal. Torrey Craig, we'll offer him a contract as well. We get both of them, and we should be pretty good. So before we do get to training camps, we're going to try and trade one of our young point guards. Let's see, Devontae Graham, he's got just 1 year left. Spencer Dinwiddie, he has a player option worth $12 million, and then Cole Anthony, he has obviously a long time left. We'll trade Dinwiddie, he makes more money than anyone, and we'll see what we can get for him. Daniel Gafford, I'm going to do this one. We'll change Gafford to a power forward, and then he should be pretty good to come off the bench for us. As a power forward, he's an 80. We'll go to training camps. We'll send Cole Anthony and somebody else. So untapped potential camp to Anthony. He'll probably run in the G League maybe because, I mean, we have Devontae Graham, or I'll switch him to a shooting guard or something. Also, we'll send it to Shea, and we'll get into the season. I think I might actually run Cole Anthony at shooting guard instead. Goes up to a 77. And Kevon Looney is that center coming to the team. Here's the rotation now. It's really solid. I mean, having Anthony Davis and Kevin Durant, whether KD's at point guard or not, it's crazy to do that. Daniel House, 2023 first round pick. That's our small forward. He's not the greatest, but it is what it is. We'll go down to a 10-man rotation, and we should be pretty set. All right, so we're going to simulate this season. Check on system first. Balance is 3.5 stars. We're going to simulate. I'll catch you guys at the end of the season. So this year, Luka Doncic actually ended up winning MVP. Denny Avdija won Rookie of the Year. Devontae Graham won Sixth Man again for the second year in a row. Kawhi won Defensive Player. Tyler Hero won Most Improved. And Nick Nurse finally won Coach of the Year in the second season. 67 wins, 15 losses. Do we have anybody on any All-NBA teams? First team, we do not. Second team, we also do not. Third team, we do have Anthony Davis, but we do not have Kevin Durant. Okay. So let's check out the stats before we get into the playoffs. And Anthony Davis averaged 20. KD as our point guard averaged 19.5. So pretty good stuff from basically everybody. Hopefully we're going to win a championship this year because we could not win one last year. So simulate this first round going up against Chicago. Chicago has Goran Dragic, Evan Fournier, Jimmy Butler, Obi Toppin, Rudy Gobert. So we should definitely beat this team. We'll simulate the first round. We're up 2-0, 3-0, and we sweep them. Going up against Philly now. Philly has Westbrook, Smart, Hart, Sabonis, Steven Adams. We should beat this team as well. We're up 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, 4-2. We win that series. Now we're going up against Charlotte. Charlotte has Spencer Dinwiddie, Anthony Edwards, Brandon Ingram, Bobby Portis, and Clint Capella. This is a good team. Hopefully we can win this one. Okay, we're tied 2-2. We're up 3-2. And we win 4-2. So, now we're going up against Trailblazers. I don't know who the Trailblazers have. Let's check. De'Aaron Fox, Jaylen Brown, Miles Bridges, Rui Hachimura, and Andre Drummond. I think we are a better team than them. Hopefully we can win the championship. And we swept Portland in the finals. Devontae Graham, of all people, not Anthony Davis, not KD, Devontae Graham, who doesn't even start, won Finals MVP. That's solid. We got the 12th pick from Detroit, so that'll be solid to have a good pick in this draft as well. At 12th overall, we are going to be selecting, Caleb Love. And we'll get out of this. Let's see what other pick we have, actually. Do we have another first? We do have the 25th overall pick as well. So who can we take here? We're going to take Rocco. And we're going to move on. We're going to accept team options on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and on Yusuf Nurkic and Daniel Gafford. Kevon Looney declined his player option. Terrence Mann, we'll accept him. He's a player to have for less than $2 million. First thing I want to do is change Kevin Durant to, let's see. Point guard, he's a 94. Shooting guard, he's a 96. Power forward, he's a 97. We're going with shooting guard. So then Shai can probably run point guard for us. So we're trading Yusuf Nurkic and Caleb Love for Clint Capella and Chris Boucher because that's two good players and Clint Capella's on a longer contract than Nurkic. Do I need a point guard? I could run him at point guard and run Shai at small forward. I'm going to do this. He's locked up on a longer deal as well, not that it really matters. I want to make sure that we get Devontae Graham. So Devontae Graham accepted the qualifying offer. That's good to see. Sending one of our training camps, our untapped potential camp, to Shai, maybe to Devontae Graham, and then one to Cole Anthony again. I might try and trade Cole Anthony. We don't really need him. He's not that great as a shooting guard off the bench. He hasn't developed the way I thought he would. I probably should have ran him in the G League last year. We'll see what he looks like when we get to the season, but he definitely is on the trading block. I think I'm going to do the Jimmy and Victor Oladipo one. I have to throw in an extra first round pick, but that's the one that I think is the best. So we'll do that trade. Let's go see what the lineup looks like now, because this is insane. Jamal Murray, Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, Clint Capella, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Victor Oladipo, Devontae Graham, and Daniel Gafford. So we need a backup center, so I can trade like Nico Melli for a backup center. We'll trade him for Chris Boucher back. It is what it is. And I wouldn't mind looking to see what Jimmy Butler could get us. But Michael Porter Jr. and TJ McConnell, that's probably a pretty good deal. Rotation is set. Here is what it is, if anybody is wondering. And yeah, it's going to be solid. I like this rotation a lot. Okay, I'm going to simulate this season. We'll see if we can win our 3rd championship. And then we'll get in. And now, after this, Kevin Durant will be playing more natural positions like small forward and power forward. So this team won 72 games, 72-10, second best record in NBA history. Luka Doncic should win MVP. Jalen Johnson, Rookie of the Year. Schroeder, 6th man. Defense went to Kawhi. Most improved went to Cole Anthony. So I wonder what his overall is now. And then Nick Nurse won Coach of the Year again. We're going to be the 1 seed again. Nobody in any All-NBA teams. Actually, hold on. I might have skipped over them. Not on first team, not on second team, not on... Oh yeah, third team we do have Anthony Davis. Defensive team, we also have Anthony Davis. Okay, rookie teams. I don't know if we had any rookies this year. We're the 1 seed again. Check the stats quick, and then we'll simulate the playoffs. Anthony Davis averaged 20. Kevin Durant averaged 20. Michael Porter Jr. played really well. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander played well, and Victor Oladipo actually played well. And here's everybody else. I'm pretty sure that we're going to try and re-sign Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, and also Victor Oladipo. Yeah, so they're both probably out the door unless I can have the money to re-sign them. We'll simulate this first round. We're going up against Orlando. They have Patrick Beverley, Tim Hardaway Jr., DeMar DeRozan, Eric Pascal, and DeAndre Ayton. They have no business being here going up against us in the first round. And they take game 1. And we go to 6 games with them, but we do end up winning. Now we're going up against Detroit. Detroit has Patrick Mills, Klay Thompson, Kawhi Leonard. So, wow, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Marquise Chris. This is a good team. Hopefully we can win. We'll go up 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 4-1. We do win. Now we're going up against Boston. I didn't even check who Boston had, but we did win 4-1. Now the Rockets. The Rockets have Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, back together, backcourt, and Atlanta is now in. Houston, Jimmy Butler's there, Julius Randle, Marvin Bagley. That's a good team too, man. Hopefully we can take it from them. Okay, wow, that was quick. 4-0'd them. Anthony Davis this time wins Finals MVP. Kevin Durant accepted his player option, so that's really good. And then Daniel Gafford, we're going to accept his team option. We'll bring in Terrence. We'll deny Terrence Mann. And now let's see. Offering it to Shai and Devontae Graham. Hopefully Shai somehow gets that. He's not because he's like a 90 overall, but if he does somehow, that would be huge. So he's accepted to accept an offer from the Heat. We're gonna match that. It's like $31 million, but we're gonna do it. Our cap space is absolutely gonna be insane. And do we have any money for anybody else? Devontae Graham is a restricted free agent as well. Hopefully he comes back in and we don't even have to pay him a bunch. I'm probably gonna have to make some trades this season just because then we're gonna, not have any money and I don't know what's gonna happen if we're gonna hit the hard cap or something like that. Let's check out the team. Anthony Davis is a 99. Kevin Durant will go to a power forward this year. He probably is like a 98 or a 99. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a 91. Capella is a 90. Murray is an 89. Michael Porter Jr. is an 85. Boucher is an 83. Devontae Graham's an 83. Gafford's an 82. So untapped potential, we're going to send one to our guy, Jamal Murray. I forgot I traded Cole Anthony. And one to Michael Porter Jr. Okay, awesome. So get into the season, see what trades we have to make. First thing we're doing, changing Kevin Durant to a power forward. He's a 97. He's getting kind of old, so hopefully he's still going to be good enough to win. We are going to need a shooting guard, so Donovan Mitchell would be a solid option for us. Brandon Ingram would also be a solid option for us. D'Angelo Russell, we could bring him back in. Malcolm Brogdon and CJ McCollum, that would be a good trade. Mitchell Robinson's also here. Klay Thompson. I'm going to bring in Donovan Mitchell and Karis LeVert. I'm also going to change Anthony Davis to a center. He was down to a 95. Wow, that's kind of unfortunate. But we need to run Kevin Durant at power forward this year. So, this is the lineup now. We're going to bring in Bogdanovich. Change him to a small forward, and he should go up a little bit or at least stay the same. He goes up to an 83. Rotation is set. Take a look. It's decent. We don't have a backup center at all, but I'm fine with running it how it is. Seriously, like, we should be good. I'm going to simulate this season. Hopefully we can win a championship again. And then it's going to be an interesting offseason because we're going to have to try and bring in Kevin Durant. We probably won't have enough money to bring Anthony Davis back in if he doesn't accept his player option. So it should be really interesting. I'll catch you guys at the end of the season. So the team was a little bit worse this season. Trae Young won MVP. We ended up with 59 wins. Chris Livingston won Rookie of the Year. Dennis Schroeder won Sixth Man. Giannis won Defensive Player. Cade Cunningham won Most Improved. And Nick Nurse ended up winning his third straight Coach of the Year. Nobody in any All-NBA teams. All defensive teams, we have Anthony Davis. And that's pretty much it. Check out the stats before we get into the season. Hopefully we can win our third straight championship and then get into the next season and just try and salvage whatever we can and win our fourth. So these are the stats of the year. Nobody averaging 20, but really spread out. Let's simulate up against the Brooklyn Nets, and they have Ben Simmons, DeAnthony Melton, Jimmy Butler, Lauri Markkanen, and Dwight Powell. It's a good team. Hopefully we're better. And we start off 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. We do move on. We're going up against Cleveland. Cleveland has Cade Cunningham, Tyler Hero, Imani Bates, Hassan Whiteside, and Jackson Hayes. That's a good team too. Hopefully we can take them. We go down 1-0, 2. Wow, we go to 7 and we do end up winning. Now let's go up against the Hawks. The Hawks have Steph Curry, Jalen Green, Denny Avdia, Dario Saric, and Bol Bol. That's a scary team too. We end up 4-1-ing them, and we 4-0 the Lakers in the finals. Anthony Davis wins his second straight finals MVP. We have one last season to get to, so let's get into it. So then the first round pick we have is 30th overall, so I'm just going to take Conrad Smith, probably not even a real player, and we'll get out of the draft then. So let's try and get Kevin Durant back because we need him. So we do have enough money to sign him because we can go over the cap for him, so we'll make sure he comes in. I'll throw him as much as we can because otherwise I'm going to have to switch to a different team. I do not want to do that. So he's signing with the Lakers. God. Okay, he's signing with the Lakers. Yeah, wow, that sucks. I should have thrown him a player option, no trade clause. I should have done it. We're going to have to try and trade for Kevin Durant. Otherwise, we are going to switch to the Lakers and try and build with them. They did end up going to the championship last year, so they should be a pretty good team. So unfortunately, we cannot trade for Kevin Durant back. We'll get into this season, and then I'll take control of the Lakers. We'll see who their roster is built around, and then we'll try and win a championship with them, with Kevin Durant as a small forward. I did this in the Giannis video too. It's just what happens. It's hard to keep everybody for 5 years. So here's the roster we're working with now. Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, Zaire Williams, Andre Roberson, Trey Burke. So it's, having KD and Embiid is huge. We're going to try to see if we can build a little bit better of a team. Andre Roberson, first round pick. Can we get somebody decent to come in here? I like that Mo Bamba trade and have him as our power forward, I think. We'll do that. I have to switch Kevin Durant to a small forward. He goes up to a 99. Robert Covington, switch him to a small forward. He should be decent for us, and we might just flip him quick. So I'll see what we can get for Robert Covington now. Okay, Steven Adams and Russell Westbrook are coming to the team. Let's see what the lineup looks like. Westbrook, Williams, Durant, Embiid, and Bamba. Steven Adams, this guy, Christie, Coffee. I think he's good enough to win a championship. I don't want to mess around too much. I'm just going to run it how it is. Perimeter-centric, Frank Vogel. All right, we'll simulate this season. Hopefully we win a championship, and that'll be the end of the video. So I'll catch you guys at the end of the season. As the Lakers, we went on to win 70 games. Excuse me. Most valuable player, Luka. John Montero, Rookie of the Year. Devontae Graham, Sixth Man. Anthony Davis won Defensive Player. Daniel Oturu won Most Improved. Frank Vogel won Coach of the Year. All-NBA first team, we do not have anybody. Second team, we do not. We have Kevin Durant on the third team. And nobody on defensive teams either. Okay, so we are the 1 seed. Let's check our stats quick before we simulate this final playoffs. 22 from KD, small forward. Joel Embiid played solid. Zaire Williams played solid. Westbrook played really well. Hopefully we can beat this Phoenix Suns team. They have DeJounte Murray, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Paolo Banchero, DeMarcus Cousins, and RJ Hampton. That's a good team, actually. Simulate the round. We'll go up 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. And now we're going to move on. And we're going up against Portland. Portland is having De'Aaron Fox, Jaylen Brown, Isaac Okoro, Rui Hachimura, and Andre Drummond. So that's a good team. Hopefully we can win. 4-0'd them. Now we're going up against Sacramento, who has Lonzo, Lonnie Walker, Gordon Hayward, Zion, and James Wiseman. So Zion's going to be tough. Hopefully we can beat him. We do win 4-2. Now we're going up against the Hornets, who have Kobe White, Anthony Edwards, Brandon Ingram, Michael Fry, and Jackson Hayes. Hopefully, man. Yep, we 4-0'd them. Joel Embiid wins Finals MVP this season. And that's it. We did not complete the challenge, but we did end up with 4 championships over our 5 years. The toughest one was Kevin Durant as a center. I appreciate everybody for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other players you want me to try it with, let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, it's been TKE. It's been real. Peace out.